Welcome to Water Wheel Classic in Shelby, North Carolina for round 12 of the MidEast Racing PeeWee bike season. The track this morning is cool, dusty, and damp from the water truck veering let loose this morning. Up on the front row, we're watching Super 8 and 9, where Mason Moretz has already locked in the win for the season. The battle for second is heating up, though, between Jackson Saxon, Brody Kincaid, Braxton McCarson, Jamison Sowers, and Colton Curtis. Also have enough points to make up from drops to be able to take second place, but none are in that position to lock it in today. Next, we'll be watching Senior 7 on row 2, where the fight is close between Luke Ferris, Joseph Tobin, Hudson Cohen, and Kason Upton for the lead. None of the riders in this class are also able to lock a championship today, but the top 3 are less than 3 points from one another. It should be a tight battle. Finally, we're looking at the Shaft 4 to 9 class on the back row. The championship here is still open as well, with Axel Jolly, Landon PeeWee, and Wyatt DeArmond all in contention for the top spot. None of them can lock in the championship today. We're expecting a tough battle from the whole class. Engines are revved as Ricky Tower gives the signal for 10 seconds.
It's guaranteed that I die legend. Yeah, son God, homie, I'm revving. Preach, just protecting my investment. Ask about me, integrity's not a question. Straight up, on the way, on the same been around with my influence. Even got up a fake book, changed up like they break ones. Going, you can charge to the game. I'm all up in the photos, looking largest in the frame. Hey, time movement, I'm getting to the bag. But the amount of work required is not a price you wanna pay. Tell me what I can have a cop to. I ain't doing nothing, I ain't got the cop to. Living well, I've been selling the things I brought through. And if y'all don't know the name, then believe me that you about to. Let's go now.
As the green flag goes up, Mason Moretz and McCoy Allen launch side by side going through the first corner. Mason gets the inside advantage through the second quarter and takes the whole shot. Jackson Saxon and Colton Curtis win a tight fight off the line, but start third and fourth with Braxton McCarson, Brody Kincaid, and Jamison Sowers behind them in 6th, 7th, and 8th. The first lap would reshuffle them quite a bit, with Mason Moretz continuing to hold off with Colton Curtis, Jamison Sowers, and Braxton McCarson closely behind. Brody Kincaid was 11 seconds behind that pack in 5th, and Jackson Saxon wasn't too far behind in 7th. Senior 7 gets rolling with Hudson Coden getting a great launch, putting more than a bike length between him and the rest of the pack in the first corner. He would hold this lead, taking the whole shot with Luke Ferris and Kason Upton right on his heels. Joseph Tobin wasn't far behind them, starting in 5th place. The first lap, however, would see a big reshuffle. Luke Ferris, Kason Upton, and Joseph Tobin moved up to the top 3, looking to battle it out for the win. Hudson Coden would run into some issues, having a 12-minute first lap. Finally, Shaft 4 to 9 takes off with Wyatt DeArmond, Landon PeeWee, and Axel Jolly in a close 3-way fight. Landon PeeWee keeps his speed, though, going to the second corner, taking the whole shot, with Wyatt not too far behind in 2nd place. Axel Jolly took an outside line, starting him nearly tied for 3rd with Knox Tobin. The first lap would shuffle them quite a bit, with Landon PeeWee continuing to hold the lead, with Axel Jolly nearly 45 seconds behind him in 2nd place. Wyatt DeArmond dropped back into 4th place behind Brody McCarson. Through the middle laps of the 8-lap race, Mason Moretz continued to dominate the Super 8s and 9, showing why he's the 2022 champion. Jamison Sowers moved ahead of Colton Curtis to take over second place, over a minute behind going into the last lap. Braxton McCarson, Maddox Wellborn, Jackson Saxon, and Colton Curtis were back and forth in the battle for third place, with Maddox holding it going into the last lap, followed by Braxton McCarson. Jackson Saxon and Colton Curtis were in 5th and 6th. Brody Kincaid dropped back to 8th and stayed there until the last lap. With Senior 7, Hudson Cohen ran into some issues and had to retire after his first lap. Luke Parrish and Kason Upton were in the battle for the lead, each holding on to it for at least 2 laps. Joseph Tobin would hold down third place with more than a minute in either direction for another rider in his class. Shaft 4 to 9 kept rolling with Landon Prewitt holding a solid lead of more than 3 minutes back to Axel Jolly going into the final few laps. Wyatt DeArmond moved up into third place, nearly 5 minutes behind Axel. Running the final couple corners, taking his 8th win on the season, came Mason Moretz. Jamison Sowers continued to hold on to second, but had to fight to keep Braxton McCarson, Maddox Wellborn at bay, with each of them being less than 2 seconds behind. Jackson Saxon held down 5th a little bit further back, and Brody Kincaid finished in 8th, being the last Super 8 to 9 rider on the lead lap. Senior 7 finished with Luke Parrish crossing the line just before the checkered flag, giving him an extra lap over Kason Upton and Joseph Tobin, who would get second and third. Back in the shaft 4 to 9, Landon Prewitt continued to fly away from the rest of the field, completing 2 laps more than any other rider in the class. Axel Jolly and Wyatt DeArmond would end up finishing second and third.
How was your race today, bud?
Good.
Did you just get out in front and cruise? Do you like the jumps out there?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the best part of the race today?
Probably the straightaways.
Heck yeah, well, good race today. Congrats on the win. How was your race today?
Good.
What was the best part of the track?
The woods.
You guys were battling out towards the end. How'd you end up getting it done?
Huh?
You guys were battling towards the end of the race. How'd you end up getting the other guys?
I don't know. Passed him in the dirt.
Heck yeah, well, good race today, bud. How was your race today?
Yeah.
You got another one. You're just not going to stop now. He's going to win them all, right? Okay, well, good luck, bud. Good race. How was that race today, bud?
It was muddy and rough.
Okay, how'd you get out in front? How'd you get the lead?
Because I was holding gas and I was just like making my legs tight but letting my arms loose.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on the win today, bud.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next up is the Wooded Run at Airport in Hickory, North Carolina. Will Jackson Saxon continue to hold second place, or was Braxton McCarson, Jameson Sowers, or Colton Curtis come to take it away? Who should we cover next time? Let us know down in the comment section below. We'll see you in a few weeks. Thank you for watching.